Hello and welcome back to my channel. On today's video we are going to be talking about things that I would like to do if I was to renovate a kitchen. Now this is not about my kitchen, it's just about any kitchen that I might be thinking of renovating. So if you're in that space, or you just like the kitchen to look good, or you're thinking about renovating, stay tuned. First thing will be to have 2 dishwashers, and you might think, why would you need 2 dishwashers? Obviously this would apply to someone who has the space for it in the first place, but if I had a space for 2 dishwashers, definitely I'll be having that. Just because if you're using one is in use, you don't get to pile up plates in your sink, especially if your sink is on your worktop. I would never advise that. If your sink is in the middle of your island, it's not a good idea. It might look messy most of the time than actually looking clean. So if you've got these 2 dishwashers, you put one in what is working, the second one you load it. Even if you aren't wash, you can use the dishwasher as a rack. Think about it. 2 dishwashers, it's a good idea. Next thing I would be looking at will be integrated everything and anything. So I'm talking about integrated dish soap, integrated food bin, integrated normal bin, integrated food disposal, which will be your incinerator. Anything you can integrate is going to be integrated. Same as your sockets, if it can be integrated, seamless, definitely. The only thing I will not be integrating would be the fridge or fridge freezer. I've not seen anything that tickles my fancies when it comes to integrated fridge and freezer, and that's because I find them too small. Maybe I just haven't seen one I really like, but for me, fridge freezer is another thing on its own for my liking, so I wouldn't integrate that. But anything else that can possibly be integrated, I'm going to be integrating it. My next one will be lighting. I've spoken about this in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch it. But the main thing here is to make sure that you're layering your lighting. You want to have enough lighting for your tasks. Depending on how you work in the kitchen, you can have task lights, and I like the ones that are flexible, that you can direct the lights. Those down lights that you can direct, those are very good ones. Also, you should have like an ambient light and a task light. So all those things put together in your kitchen will make the scene at different stages feel differently. So for example, you've got friends around and you're playing games. After you finish eating, that's a different kind of lighting and tone to it. If you've also, maybe you're cooking, you want to see what you're actually cooking, so it'd be nice to have this kind of tax light for that. And if you're just chilling on the afternoon, someone's doing their homework in the kitchen, you need a different kind of light for that. So think about your layering and layering your lights very, very carefully. My next thing will be a pantry. You want shelving or storage that actually works for the way you cook. If you're one that likes to have everything seen on display, you don't need to have a set of storage that you can't see as soon as you open. You want to be able to open your storage and see everything as soon as possible. Or for some people, you like to have them in baskets, whereby you have them in categorized basket labels. That's also fine, but just make sure that your pantry is not waste of space. Space is such a thing that is very, very, let me say, expensive nowadays. So if you're going to have a pantry, make sure it really works for the way you cook. For example, you might want to have drawers in there rather than just having, shelves. And sometimes shelves might be what actually works for you. If you're someone you just want to open the door, grab what you need and be out of there, that's shelves. But if you're someone who wants to be a bit more in terms of, you want to have as much as possible in terms of storage, and you're going to organize and you're going to put things back when you finish using them, then a drawer might be best for you. Or maybe have shelves and have baskets in those shelves. My next thing I'm going to touch on is the island. It's the highlight of most of our kitchens. Number 1 tip on this story: if you've got a really small kitchen that you're working with, you don't really need to force an island in there. If there's no space for it, there's no space for it. But if you've got enough space to put an island, don't waste the space. Put enough storage in there, especially if you've got a sitting area. Don't put high chairs all over and not put enough storage in there. This is what I mean by making sure you're utilizing your island. There's a lot of cooking that goes on, cutting, gisting, eating, coffee that goes on the island. Please have enough storage in there as well. If you've enjoyed watching this video so far, give us a like button or consider subscribing. My next one will be an integrated charging drawer. So nowadays everybody's got a phone. There's a possibility that you will get visitors who come in and will need to charge their phone. Same as your kids or people that you live with might want to charge their phones. So it's nice to have a dedicated drawer that has charging points in them. It will be so cool because you can be charging your phone out of the way and actually have real conversations with people. So they're not always thinking, oh, the only thing though is make sure they don't forget it in your house. But it would be nice to have a drawer that's just dedicated to charging laptops, charging phones, whether it's you or someone who's come to visit you. I think it would be a really good idea. Those are the things I would incorporate in a kitchen if you were to ask me. Nothing too big deal, just little tweaks here and there, but I hope it does help you. If you've liked this video so far, you would like the previous one I did, go ahead and watch that. Thank you so much for staying so far, and I would hope to see you in the next video.